Great rising, beautiful people. Okay, so this is going to be the Aquarius general love reading. You guys, I had to switch it up for you guys so that I could get your reading out in time and not have to deal with the uploading. The real delayed upload speeds are probably due to the Mercury retrograde. But I decided to do your video live today, and I decided to use Starseed Oracle deck for your reading. So far, very interesting energies. One thing that I do want to know, and I know you see a lot of cards on the table. I typically don't pull cards prior to recording, but since I'm doing this live, I decided to just pull cards so that I could get the title. Because typically I would record, and then whatever the video is about, I'll create the title based on the video. Your energy is very, very crazy. Two of your cards they reference children or the inner child. So you got the golden children, which is about the inner child. You got the child of the cosmos. So there's a rebirth, which is beautiful. And then you have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So this is about overcoming some sort of addiction or codependency. I was so pleased with your spread. So your overall energy is lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This is about repeating a cycle over and over, repeating a lesson, right? Or your person. And then we have weight underneath it. And underneath weight, we have a new earth, which is a new beginning card. And like I said, a rebirth or something new emerging from a difficult experience or some sort of karmic patterning. So this is implying that you've had multiple past lives with this person. So you probably are connecting to someone that feels very significant. You feel a very strong connection. As a divine feminine, you will feel a very strong mothering role in your partner's lives. Sometimes when you're going through an awakening, you'll find that your partners tend to connect to you because you're the more nurturing person. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, okay? You can take on the feminine energy where there's one person in the relationship that serves as a nurturer. It creates a triggering effect, to a person that has had trauma, especially childhood trauma. So there could be a mommy issue here, and sometimes the feminine will experience relationships with masculines that come off as a father figure because they may have had daddy issues. So as I was looking at your cards and I was astonished by the energy, I decided to pull from the Epiphany deck, and I had spiritual work and self-discovery, which is supporting these cards, which is the inner child, tenderness, and innocence and rare gifts. I want you to look at the image on this card, and it's so interesting because we have this beautiful, big, huge door. So you walk through a portal. They're coming from a place, right, that's not Earth. This doesn't look like Earth, right? And they're walking through a portal. So this is, for me, intuitively implying reincarnation or incarnating onto the earthly realm, right? To heal or to learn or to expand. So I believe that this spiritual work and self-discovery is your mission. I did also get guilt for past action and past behavior. So definitely seeing karma and karmic cycles being referenced. I also had these cards come out, and these are the cards that I used in the thumbnail. And I am going to change the thumbnail eventually when I get a chance. But these cards came out ladder in my shuffling. I got these cards, which is about a devoted type of connection, right? It says devotion, hopelessly devoted to you. Fairy tales do exist. It came out first, then devotion, and then this card was the last card that came out while I was shuffling. But these cards came out. So I feel like this is a past person you've connected to, hidden desires and hidden intentions and fears and anxiety. And then this card came out, healing the heart chakra. All of this is in alignment to these cards on the table. So it shows me that there is someone that you've connected to that triggered an awakening within you, and you one within them. And it is helping you to heal your inner child. Not only are you healing your inner child, but you're awakening to rare gifts. It says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So you're awakening to your divine true nature, and you are breaking free of addictions, codependency, and this density energy is, when we're on earth, we're more dense. And this is alluding to the fact that the ascension process is to become less dense. I love this spread so far. So let's get started. This is a general reading, but if you were called to watch because of the title, that means it's something in this reading is for you. Okay. Cross watchers, you're most definitely welcomed here. Keep in mind that the energies can be reversed or interchangeable. So let's get started. The golden children, inner child, past energy. So there was a wounding to your inner child. This card usually implies that, you were called to mother something, okay, or someone, or to mother yourself. So definitely feeling that there was some sort of trauma experience in a relationship or just in the past. During this trauma, throughout your evolution of, human, like as you're growing from a child into an adult, you're discovering that there are some certain gifts that are being revealed throughout that process. See, so again, we have the Fool card and the Devil card. So we have two major arcana. The Fool card is, usually the beginning of your journey, 0, but it is in reverse. And then the Devil here talks about, it's, for me, I always look at this card as the physical self. It's a 6, right? And which is an inverted 9. It comes out as 15, 1 and a 5. So again, when we add those numbers up, we get a 6. 1, which is the beginning, right? Which is the self that's not in physical form. And 5, when you become dense, right, you experience challenges or you experience an evolution to get to a higher consciousness. So with this 6 energy here, we find that there is this very strong reference to duality, but we have these two people chained, okay? And there's a lot of symbology when it comes to the Devil card, such as the Baphomet, the inverted pentagram. There's a lot of symbology, but for me, what I'm seeing here is that you were already tied to somebody. You were already connected to somebody prior to incarnating in your physical form. But with this attachment, it was preventing you from moving into a space of, it prevented you from having a new beginning, because you are stuck repeating some sort of pattern with this person. So there is this karmic type of situation that you are dealing with, or this is your person. Again, here's the 5 being referenced, overcoming challenges. I feel like this represents fear, and the Fool and the Devil represents a very subconscious fear of taking risk, because you're stuck to some sort of pattern, which is toxic, because the Devil usually reflects our toxic traits, negative patterns, fears, hidden intentions, and hidden desires. And remember that card came out. The Devil card also talks about obsession and addictions. So I'm feeling like there's codependency or some sort of toxic attachment that's preventing you from taking a leap of faith or preventing you from starting a new beginning. You have to overcome whatever this is, or your person does, in order for them to have a new beginning with you, or just in general. It's like you've been experiencing something that makes you feel very restricted. The Devil is Capricorn energy. And when we think about Capricorn, astrologically, we think about the 10th house. So you could have someone that is in the world. I'm not in, but of the world. So, you hear sometimes people say be in the world, but not of it. So you have someone here that is more connected to the physical self, physical things, tangible things, ego-based decisions, or ego-based ideology. So someone here could be very materialistic. Someone here could be indulging in a lot in the physical self. This spread is saying that there is a need for someone to move into more of a more enlightened state or a more spiritual state. Doesn't mean that it makes them bad. It just means that someone is operating more from their shadow here. Wow, as I say that, and I can't make this up, look what came out. Lurking in the shadows. Okay. So let's see what the shadow energy is. And again, I'm seeing strongly that someone is unable to move forward because there's still some sort of strong attachment to a belief, behavior, pattern, person. We have mutual symbiotic. This is a beneficial and balanced connection. So someone feels like something is a very balanced connection or someone wants one. That's very interesting. Someone is mirroring another person, meaning that someone, so this is typical of a twin flame union, mirroring wounds within each other. This is a balanced and beneficial connection. Both partners have the same feelings, ideals, values, and shared goals. Let me explain. It's beneficial because it's going to teach you to become balanced in your relationships or this person. Somebody is connecting with someone where they have mutual interests, mutual values, and shared goals. So if someone's operating in their shadow, they're attracting the same type of people, same type of energy. Bottom of the deck, see, red flags. But again, this is a thought process based on ego, fear. This is not necessarily really a balanced connection because if it wouldn't be showing up as a devil, correct? So it says red flags, tune into the subtle energy. So this is definitely something that happened for your own benefit. It is you meeting someone or you're connecting to someone, you're mirroring wounds and it triggers growth within you. Your inner child here is being addressed to be nurtured and to be mothered. A lot of times when the inner child is wounded, we suppress those wounds, we suppress things subconsciously, and we don't realize where the healing needs to take place. So sometimes the universe will bring, or not sometimes, but typically you'll meet someone or attract someone that will mirror certain things that you are reflected within you in order for you to be able to recognize them and to heal them and to release them. So you connected with someone in the past that you had a very strong attraction to, and it was pretty much very karmic. Okay, doesn't mean you're a karmic. It just means that this was a lesson of some sort. Can we clarify the devil here? And this can apply to your person of interest as well. But I have strong Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius so far. See, both of you guys share the same wounds. So whoever you connected to in the past, whoever's on your mind, see, you both had the same type of patterns. That's why the devil card's here. Strong chemistry. See, strong passion to this person. A very magnetic pull to this person. Very strong energy. But then something happened. This person may have ghosted you or you guys became very distant. They're saying that you didn't pay attention to the red flags with the Fool card. There could have been bad decisions made or a bad judgment. Because you didn't listen to your intuition, or because you didn't listen to your intuition. And it's because you looked at this person as someone that was mutual or beneficial, but it wasn't. But at the time, it felt like it was. I mean, everything is beneficial. Everything has its gifts, right? Rare gifts is what the card says. So everything is essentially beneficial, but I mean, like whatever expectation you had in the past of this relationship, wasn't fulfilled because you it was meant, the lesson behind it was for you to see a pattern that is preventing you from having what you want in a relationship for this person. But of course, if you're engaging with this person, there is an entanglement here, okay, in order to trigger growth within you. See, and what they wanted to trigger is the fact that there was some truth to set you free. Think about the wording on this card, and think about these images here. What's the same? What looks the same? That for me, it's the chains on both of these cards. So this is implying that you needed to be set free from something or your person. Someone is attached. There's a soul tie. And the card beneath it says, every love song sounds like us. There's cassettes here. See, every love song sounds like us is like for me, it's like a song on repeat, right? Or you're playing certain songs, certain types of songs on repeat. I've already talked about your overall energy. You've done this before. Okay, so that does imply that you've been repeating a pattern over and over and over. Lost lands, and you got lost. So the universe is trying to get you to free yourself from that pattern so that you can move forward into a new paradigm. That's why the door is here. This is a doorway to a new type of experience for you or your person in a relationship. So, Spirit offered you an opportunity to step into a new paradigm or to shift out of a old patterning that causes you to attract people that are toxic, people that are taking advantage of you, right? So this womb was already here, and this womb is being triggered so that you can break the cycle. Very interesting. Again, strong Capricorn and Aries so far. Doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, because, when I do these for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node, okay? Tell me more about chemistry and passion. What happened here with this connection? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, or you could be connecting to one. We have someone clinging, okay? So there's a clinging or an inability to open up. And this is what's creating this delay in having a new start. You're guarded, yeah. So they're saying that your wounds, okay, created this fear of opening up. And the devil is what's representing the fear. So your relationships stay surface level, or you have somebody that is doing this, right? Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is someone that's bitter, resentful, or has been hurt. So she's very cold and detached, okay? It doesn't have to be a woman, but it's representing an energy. There could be this other person, right? If you're not an air sign, in your story, in your particular storyline, that could be an air sign that's clinging on to your person of interest. And this clinging on to your person of interest is preventing your person from moving into this new beginning or walking through this portal, so to speak. I feel like the Queen of Swords represents someone that has been through heartbreak many times, that has been hurt multiple times in relationships. So it prevents you from really letting go of those experiences, because for you, I'm reminding yourself is a form of protection, but it's actually hurting you. So if you did have potentially good partners, mutual symbiotics, this is in mind that there would be self-sabotage, because you would distance yourself. Okay. You would constantly distance yourself or become very aloof or cold, or you're detached. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. See, I can't make this up, you guys. Very much so in alignment. So you become too controlling. I see two things here. I see you and I see somebody else. You control, okay, you, and I'm talking to a feminine because there's a queen on this card. Yes, I read genders because that's why they put people on the cards, because we have people in our lives that are different genders, right? So yes, I'm reading it as an energy, but I'm also saying that there's a woman, feminine person out there that, because of her past, because her inner child has been wounded, when you meet potentially good partners, you sabotage the relationships. Why? You see everything as a red flag, or you don't pay attention to red flags. Two, you become very guarded because you're fearing being hurt or repeating a cycle, but you essentially do repeat the cycle because you're not adopting new patterns after you've experienced something. What you do is you keep the same patterns. So the goal is to create a new pattern, not keep perpetuating the same old ones. See what Spirit is trying to tell you? You've been hurt, you've been rejected, you've been heartbroken. I get it. But every relationship doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be the same outcome. But if you already put out the intent, or if you already have a expectation that it's going to be the same, then that's what you're going to keep experiencing. The pattern can be a thought pattern for some of you guys. The pattern could be doing something the same, right? You get into a relationship and you overgive. The person takes advantage of you, you break up with them, you get heartbroken, you meet somebody else, and then you do it again. I'm going to overgive, I'm going to overcompensate, right? The pattern could be you're dealing with somebody that never lets anybody get close to them. They push everybody away, expecting that, something miraculous will happen. Okay, they meet somebody else, they do it again, right? The pattern that you guys keep repeating is what the problem is. And that's what Spirit wants you to realize in order for you to break the cycle, in order for you to free yourself. The other energy that I'm seeing is, again, what I said, is that somebody doesn't want the other person to go. And this could be you. You could be that somebody that's clinging onto an energy. And it could be because you have abandonment issues. I'm seeing that energy to control needs to be released. You can't control your outcomes. You have to adopt a more detached way of connecting to people, but not in an unhealthy way. So detachment means to not have an expectation of an outcome, not be too far into the future. Is it going to work out? Is this the one? If you're not present, you're going to miss the things you need in order to have a healthy relationship. And it's so interesting because last time I did get a few questions in my live where people wanted to know if somebody was the one. And I kept talking about self-sabotage. And I kept talking about, if you keep self-sabotaging yourself, it's never going to be the one. They're never going to be the one, right? If you're sabotaging yourself, you could meet the perfect guy and you're going to sabotage it, period. So that's the message that's coming through from the past. So you met somebody, some of you guys, you met someone, it felt mutual, it felt good, but that person is clinging on to something, or someone's clinging on to them, or there's a pattern that they need to break. I'm seeing that with this chemistry card, some of you guys were dealing with someone with addictions, sexual addictions to be exact, or this person was not allowing you close. They didn't want you to get too close to them, so they kept you at a distance. They closed off their energy to you. But I think that it was a response to you closing off your energy to them because you were afraid that they may hurt you somehow. So you projected that onto the other person and it manifested. We have someone saying to you that their life is not together as it seems, and they know they've crossed the line. So you got taken advantage of. You connected to someone that had a lot of toxic patterns, and that was a reflection of your own pattern. So there was wounding that needed to be addressed. Why was there wounding here? Because somebody's mommy issues didn't nurture them, or that's their perception. So we're going to move on to present energy. I just wanted to break that down a little bit more, just so that you guys can understand my style of readings. I don't do surface level, because surface level will sound like it's your message, right? Because everyone who hasn't experienced heartbreak, who hasn't experienced someone lying to them or cheating, everybody has. That's why they're general readings. I try to focus on why you're having the experience and what's the purpose of it, right? So presently, child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I really love this card. I really love, and I feel like I'm speaking to more of my feminines, male or female, whoever identifies as feminines. But I feel a very strong femininity here, a really strong mothering, but a nurturing, meaning that there is a full support of the universe. The universe is covering you. She's in the center of the universe. And it says child of the cosmos. You're being referred to as a child. So there is a reference to a mother or a father. I feel more of a feminine energy because I feel like you're being rebirthed. You're being birthed, right, into a new version of yourself. So there's a rebirth here. And this could be the masculine too. Okay. I'm just saying the feminine aspect of God for me, when I think about God, I don't look at God as just a man. You know, I know that a lot of us are programmed to or conditioned to believe that God is a man, but technically God is not a man or a woman, right? But when I think about the feminine aspects of God, I think about the mother aspect of how God makes me feel. It makes me, God makes me feel safe. And I know fathers make you feel safe, but I'm talking about in a more, like a hug type of energy. You know what I mean? Like when you're sad or when you're feeling alone, I feel that hug from the universe or God. Like God is hugging me, God is comforting me. And that's what a mother would do. The father aspect, when I think about God as a father figure for me, I think about safety, I think about money, stability. When I need to make sure that my bills are paid, when I pray to God, I think about the father aspects. What does daddies do? Daddies, they protect you, and when you get in trouble, daddies come to save the day, right? So I feel mothering here, like a hug, like you're okay. I'm holding your hand. Don't be afraid. You got hurt. I'm gonna kiss your boo boo type of energy, if that makes sense, right? I'm gonna kiss your boo. I'm gonna make the pain go away, type of energy. So, I like to kind of look at things and keep in mind tomorrow is the eclipse, and I want you guys, just as a side note, to try to stay super, super duper positive as possible. Tomorrow is a day where you're granted a wish, so you don't want to mess up your wish, okay? Tomorrow you can become the person you want to be. That's just a side note for people that are aware, that want to be aware to that information, that it's not stuck in a pattern of whether I'm going to be in a relationship or not. Life is not just about if I'm going to be with somebody. You guys have to stop making your whole life about being in a relationship. I know how you feel. I've been there. I've been heartbroken. I'm still dealing with healing from heartbreak. But if you make your life all consuming about one person being with you or loving you, you're going to miss out on all the opportunities and all the other wonderful things that life has to offer. I know this for a fact because I spent a lot of my life mourning and grieving loss and rejection and all that jazz. And guess what? It didn't get me anything, right? But just pain. So you have to get past that. Even though it plays a major role, love is beautiful. Who doesn't want to have a partner? Who doesn't want to connect with someone? But that's not what life is all about, right? There's other things you can be accomplishing in your life that can bring you a lot of joy. So we have the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with Capricorn, but an earth sign energy is coming through Taurus and Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. What this is representing, why Capricorn is coming out, because you have someone that was more of the world. This person was more concerned with stability, money, assets, status, reputation, all the things that sparkle, right? All that glitters. Does that mean that they're gold? Does that mean that they're going to make you happy? No, but it makes you look happy, right? What is social media? Strong for me, social media is super 10th house, but also 12th house energy. But anyways, I'm not going to go into that. But I feel that this person was so concerned with appearances, with money, with stability. And this is because of how he was raised. And he's coming up in the reverse because when you met him, he wasn't typically someone that wanted to commit to you because he may have already had a commitment elsewhere, or he was not feeling good enough for commitment, right? Or he didn't, like I said, he didn't let you get close enough to get that far. So I feel like there's someone here overcompensating. And this could be the feminine energy with the King of Pentacles. This is an energy for me of someone being ungrounded and unstable. But, tangible things here with the Pentacle are this person feels they're not acquiring tangible things. And if they have, they are squandering them, or they're being squandered somehow. This person is in a position of authority because it's a king. So it's not, this is not typically, the King of Pentacles wouldn't come out unless he's an earth sign if he wasn't somehow established, as an adult, because you do have adults that are not, they live with their parents. They're not supporting themselves. So this is someone that has a job or is stable or had stability, but there's something that's making this person feel very unstable here. I want to know why this King of Pentacles is in reverse. We don't want to always look at people, and demonize them, right? Because of their shortcomings. We gotta kind of dive into why the person is behaving the way they're behaving. So you could be dealing with a person that's very stable. He has a job, he has a home, he has a car, but he doesn't want to be committed. It doesn't necessarily mean because he just wants to be a cheater. There's a reason why men cheat, right? There's a reason why married men seek outside attention, because they're not happy. They're not feeling the nourishment or the nurturing that they're looking for, or that they thought they were going to get in their relationship, so they seek outside. Yes, it is selfish, but if they're dealing with someone that is not giving them nurture, could we really point the finger of blame? I mean, yes. I mean, you're not supposed to lie to people, but we got to look deeper into the situation so that we don't make assumptions and jump to conclusions that may not be necessarily the truth, right? That's why it said all truth will be, there's truth that needs to be revealed to set you free. So he doesn't feel very stable. So he's working on his stability. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is change. But because both of these are reversed, he's very unstable. This would be the extreme of the Five of Pentacles. He's trying to become stable. So whoever you're connecting to didn't feel very financially secure. They may have said this to you, or they may have not. I see this person with the Five of Coins in reverse wanting to either work on their finances or finding solutions for financial issues first. Or the extreme would be that this person is experiencing extreme loss. Again, another five. It's in reverse. So they're trying to find a solution to something very challenging. And it's something very, it's Pentacles and Wands. So there's some sort of action that they have to take on their part. Are they prepared for this change? Not quite, because they're in reverse. The Seven of Cups is implying to me that this person's awakening. So now we're talking about a masculine energy. We're talking about someone that is thinking in terms of taking action, logic, reason, but it's in terms of something practical. They're trying to find a solution. They're trying to overcome a challenge. So this person may have already reached to the point where they're realizing that something in their life is causing them to feel very unstable. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles? We have healing. Yeah, that's the two fives in reverse. And take note that these two fives add to a 10. So they're trying to end something challenging. We have deception. We have temptation deception and temptation. And then we have comfort zone. See, they're trying to come out of their comfort zone. And then we have shadow. Wow. Okay. Some of you guys, you're dealing with a masculine that is operating from his shadow, and he was very deceptive, but he's trying to change that about himself. Some of you guys are healing from somebody that you're still cold, you're still attached to, that was very deceptive. I have this masculine going through the dark night of the soul. This is why he's having these challenges, because he's trying to overcome them. Fives are challenges, changes that he's not necessarily prepared for. They're changes for the better, though. Okay, but he's not prepared. So I see him going through the dark night of the soul. I see him, the shadow is really presenting itself. So he may be acting out because of this. Let me see why he's, and again, it doesn't have to be earth, but some of you guys may be connecting to an earth sign, so you may resonate with that. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse, please? Show me, Spirit. Oh, okay. Do I want these? Yeah, I do want those. All right, so someone is waking up from an illusion with the fairy tales do exist card, or they're wanting the they're wanting change. I can't say that they're hopeful just yet, but I do see that this person's wanting change. So the first card to flip over is that this person feels powerless, and this is why he's in reverse. This King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is usually a father, or he's married, okay, or he's in a relationship, okay, if he's not an earth sign. So he's reversed because he it says power struggle is real, powerless. He feels powerless because, like I said, he wasn't necessarily prepared for these changes. So these were the other cards that flipped upright, and then I'm going to show you the ones that were face down, and this is subconscious energy. So the fives that are reversed is that he's having a realization here because the child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe, this is talking about some sort of enlightenment, right? Because intelligence, we always think about for me, they're kind of intelligence and enlightenment for me, it's kind of interchangeable for me. So I always associate those two together. It doesn't necessarily mean it's you have to be super intelligent to be enlightened. No, it just means that there's a certain awareness and intelligence. It could be there could be different variations of what people think intelligence is, right? It's just like a doctor is a doctor. We automatically assume he has all this intelligence, but then when he gets on a computer, he don't know he doesn't know how to operate it. You don't know how many times I've spoken to people that were, in high level positions, and they have all these degrees, but they don't know how to operate simple tech. They're not good with technology. They'll be like, and you're like, but you're a doctor, and they're like, yeah, I trained for this particular field, but that I'm not educated, or I don't have that same type of awareness with this particular subject. So just like some people will say, I'm so good at, writing and reading, but I'm not good at math. So there's different levels of what intelligence means for you, but there's some sort of awareness that this person has. And what this spirit says is that they're having an intelligence about this partnership with you. And they're realizing that this partnership is more than they thought it was. And they're on a road to recovery. And that's why I said that the fives were things getting better. Okay, because they're in reverse. They represent challenges, but because they're reversed, there is a recovery. So he is on a road to recovery. So as you can see, the cards are very much so in alignment to what I'm channeling. I don't just read the cards. I channel the information because my gift is claircognizance. But the cards just give me confirmation that what I'm perceiving or what I'm interpreting based on my own knowing is in alignment to whatever you guys are experiencing. So there is a road to recovery with your person. He's recovering with this healing energy, but he's still having these issues with deception and coming out of his comfort zone. And he's having the dark night of the soul. So let's look at these that were face down. So it's a stepping out of my comfort zone is an issue for me. Okay, I'm reading it as if he's speaking to us because he has too much to think about. Okay, so subconsciously, there's a lot coming up for him to overcome. So he is definitely clinging to an old pattern of thought. And his problem is he doesn't feel ready. He doesn't feel ready to take control and lead. Can y'all see those words? That's why he's in reverse. So he is a king, but he's in reverse because he doesn't feel ready. He doesn't feel stable. Okay. So they're not giving me a lot of background like you would typically hear in a normal tarot reading. Like this person, they're with the karmic and the karmic, typical stuff. This is really this person having some sort of awakening. And this is beautiful because this means that this person's never thought that they can have a particular thing when it comes to relationships. And the fact that the fairy tale card is here means that they kind of see the potential in you. The one that because you first saw it in them, they didn't typically see it as soon as you did. I feel like your person was lost, repeating something, doing something over and over and over again. we did this before, right? Especially with you guys having past lives together. Let's connect to that. Soul memories and gifts. We have unexpected, and we have a tower. Okay, that's why this person has these 2 5s here. I want to tap into the soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So this person's having a tower because the universe says we're intervening. So that's the tower. The universe says that we're trying to get this person to let go of control, power, and manipulation. We're trying to let him let go of his deception, and these could be thoughts, these could be his own behavior or him being deceived by somebody else. We saw the Queen of Swords, so he can definitely be connecting to someone that is controlling him in some sort of way, or this is his perception. We see that he wants to come in and he wants another chance. He wants to heal this. He wants to recover this situation. See, he just doesn't feel ready yet. Tell me about the lost lands, please. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. The universe says, yeah, we're trying to get him to create new patterns. So we're trying to get him to end a karmic cycle, lessons of Saturn. I need you guys to see how Spirit is speaking through this reading to you guys today. So lost lands, you've done this before, is the universe is trying to get them to do something different this time. To whatever they believe that they're doing, whatever they think is right, or whatever they think is working for them, they're needing to see that that doesn't work for them anymore, and they need to do things differently, like as the card is suggesting. Do things differently in order to bring health and vitality to your love life. And the card under it says, wait. And I just want you guys to be able to see the words. It says, wait. It's not time yet, or it's not yet time. And it says things are being woven. So I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it says. Things are being woven. So the universe says divine timing is at play. So this person's stalling. And that's why we saw that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And that's why I said with the Fool card that something can't start until that devil energy is overcome. They have to overcome that devil energy first, okay? I know I'm going a little deep, but that's okay because you guys waited for your reading, so I hope this is helpful. Tell me about unexpected and detours. What's this tower about? What's this unexpected detour about, please, Spirit? And it could be this eclipse that we're having tomorrow, which we're moving into the 6th sun. If you follow Aztec or Mayan mythology, we're moving into a different era where we're going to be operating from inner world instead of outer world. So we're moving into a dark sun energy, which is a feminine energy. We're coming out of the 5th sun. And again, listen to those numbers, 5 and 6. That's what that devil's about. 4 of Wands. Wow. A reconciliation. An unexpected reconciliation. What is this? We have Empress, we have Hierophant, and the World card in reverse. A cycle that's not working for them. Something's not growing, something that they keep repeating. So the universe says there is going to be an unexpected reconciliation or a celebration, but they have to intervene before this 4 of Wands can happen. So yes, you're going to reconnect with your person. Wow. And remember, I pulled the cards just so that I could get the title, but this is an alignment. They have to overcome some sort of Saturn lesson. I do feel like you do too, because you're in the reverse here, because this is divine feminine. And it says a soul's desire to resolve limiting patterns. Again, the word pattern of control and dependency. Many challenges. We talked about these challenges here, 5 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So there's a lesson here with the Hierophant, and I'm just seeing these cards poking out. So right now, something's at a standstill. I have Libra, Taurus, and I have Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, so those could be people that you're connecting to. Wow. Okay, so you see how those flew out? Let me look at these. Okay, so your person's struggling with walking away from something. Okay, and there's a lot of baggage. So I feel like for you, feminine, you are dealing with baggage, or you need to walk away from something, or your person of interest does. Okay, it just depends on what side of the story you are. A lesson hasn't been learned yet with the Page of Pentacles. Someone is in a relationship Nothing's growing there. There's a lack of investment. There's some sort of rejection, or there could be a fear of rejection because of this past baggage. Someone lacks the courage. So they're saying that your masculine doesn't feel stable. He doesn't feel ready to come in because his fear, what he's afraid of, okay, what his shadow is expressing to him is a fear of being rejected by you, a fear of you maybe cutting him off or being angry at him. That's what his fear is. That's what's holding him back, okay? Or that he's afraid of making an impulsive decision without thinking it through. So he hasn't made this offer yet. Can we clarify that? These three cards? Yeah, just being near you is intoxicating. So he's in a toxic connection, or he has some devil energy. There's an addiction or some sort of obsession, but he's starting to understand the connection. I feel you even though we are apart. Why are you showing me the Page of Pentacles? We have Earth and Air here. Page of Pentacles towards Virgo Capricorn energy. Again, like I stated, this person's still learning a lesson. The Page is a student. This person's afraid of bad news, or they're getting some sort of bad news that's happening unexpectedly. And it's putting them in this Knight of Swords energy where they're having a rational response to it. Because the Knight of Swords is an air energy. So this is a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. So these are people cards. So I'm naming these signs out just in case these are people. I have a child, and I have someone getting bad news about a child. So someone may be finding out that they don't father a child that they've been supporting financially. This person's upset about that. Okay, that's not going to be for everyone, of course. What they are realizing is that they wish they would have treated you better. They see that they walked away prematurely. They're seeing that they were very harsh. They're recognizing with this, I understand this connection, that they walked away because of their emotional baggage, or they had a hard time walking away from a behavior or a relationship. They feel like they were reckless to reject you. They didn't give you the opportunity. They didn't give you a fair chance. They made an assumption about you because they were obsessing. They were feeling very crazy. They were feeling a very strong connection or very strong chemistry, and it made them afraid, and they misinterpreted, and they thought that by running away from it, that it would be in their best interest, but they're realizing that they made a false judgment, poor judgment on the relationship. They saw you as argumentative. They saw you as harsh to them. They saw you as rejecting them, but it was a projection of their own fears. That's that devil energy coming through. So they projected a lot onto you. So if this person had fears of abandonment or rejection, they did a lot of projecting onto you, the fears. So the things that they were doing, they were projecting them as if you were doing it to them. So if they were being harsh, they felt like it was justified because you were harsh to them. So this is a very immature person. This person was very immature. They spoke to you very recklessly. They may have said some very harsh words. They're realizing that they should have treated you better. So they want you to know that they're healing. Very powerful reading for you guys today. They want you to know that they're having an awakening, and they're being reminded of you because they thought that they had a better connection with whoever they're with, but whoever they're having that better connection with, there's some sort of secret being revealed. And I'm going to show you right now. Wow, they're pitying themselves. They're going through a lot. They're going through a tower. They're having money issues. They're having fights and arguments with people with the Five of Wands. Or if they were having drama with people, they're eliminating or removing these people. Or these people are falling away due to divine intervention. Okay. So anything that's making them unstable, they're realizing, slowly understanding connections around them, not just with you. We have fives. There's other people involved here, family, friends, maybe other options. They're slowly understanding connections that they're having with people. And because it's in reverse, they're removing these people. I can guarantee you that. Tell me about the healing and the enlightenment that this person's getting. I'm not going to look at those. Tell me about the healing and the enlightenment. They're in a deep, dark times in isolation. So this person feels very isolated. Wow, deep, dark times in isolation. They feel they need time alone. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're removing people from around them. They're wanting to be alone. They're realizing that the conflict that they're facing, the troubles that they're facing, has something to do with these people. Five of Pentacles always have people on them, more than one, usually. Especially the Wands card. Competition, opposition, okay, power struggles. Remember when we saw the power struggle card? There's a power struggle around this person. And it's with somebody that they're in a relationship with or people. So friends, people that they may have at one point saw as people that were mutually the same as them, but they're realizing that they're not like these people, that these people are egotistical, these people are narcissistic, or these people are materialistic. They're having an awakening. They're coming out of that deception of the false self. They're having a transformation taking place in their life, which is very beautiful because I see it here in the outcome. I can't wait to get to the outcome energy. And if you sat through this whole reading, thank you. It says sitting in a puddle of self-pity. We saw that at the bottom of the deck. Now they're thinking about their future. They want to plan for a better future. They don't like the way their life is right now. They feel very unstable. And this is their little bit of karma. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying that I'm happy that they're getting karma, but I'm happy that they're waking up. Anything else you want to tell us about these people around them? This deception? They're setting boundaries. See, I'm so happy. So if you dealt with someone that let people meddle in your relationship, or you dealt with someone who was easily influenced by people, this is an indication that this person's setting boundaries. And this could be you, okay? All right, so let's move on because I know this is super long. Wow. They're waking up and they're wanting to leave the past in the past. So it says past in the past, don't look back. Someone is waking up. Fairy tales do exist. Someone's waking up out of a fantasy. We have change is going to come. This is about being hopeful too, not your typical love story. See, all truth is revealed and time is up. A cycle needs to come to a close. Okay, we have the eclipse tomorrow. Time is up. Literally. Okay, literally. All right, so let's move into the future potential. I'm going to record the extended video after this, and that will take some time to upload. So just check back if you're interested in watching the extended. We're going to look more at your person. Now, I want to say that if this applies to you, you're leaving this person behind. You're leaving a controlling person behind, male or female. You can't do it anymore. You don't want someone to use money, manipulation, or other people. It kind of feels like someone's pinning other people against you. Someone's trying to make you feel like you're crazy, or there could be gaslighting here. Whatever the case may be, you're setting boundaries and you're letting go because you don't want to continue to struggle or to feel powerless. So you're taking back your control due to divine intervention. Some sort of truth will be revealed to you. So your outcome energy is loosen your grip, stop clinging, okay? Or your person's needing to stop clinging, relinquish control, stop trying to control an outcome. I think that your person may have been trying to control an outcome. They stayed in an unstable situation because they're trying to prevent financial loss. They're trying to prevent challenges. So they're staying in a challenging situation. They're seeing that as the better option, and it's not, because the more they stay, the more challenging it becomes, right? So it says coping mechanisms. Somebody may have used addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, negative patterns of behavior, negative escapism as a form of coping, berating themselves for doing something unhealthy. We have density, we have addiction, and then we have let God in. Beautiful energy for the outcome, especially if this is about someone you're connecting to that you may have felt have been very elusive or very detached and unkind. This person is actually now connecting to a higher consciousness. They're letting their higher self or God in. Clarify, loosen your grip. Okay. These fell out first. Yeah, ego death. Someone has to relinquish pride and ego. There's a separation. Yeah. Someone has to allow this. Oh, I'm worried about what people will think if I leave this relationship behind. Mindset, go. I'm worried about what it would look like if I get a divorce or if I leave. Let that go. Come out of your comfort zone. Come out of North Node. So for some of you guys, this is your person, their pride and ego. They know that if they leave this relationship, that people would judge them. One, for leaving, or two, for being with you, because maybe they think of you as someone very different than their current social circle. It's uncomfortable for them because they're whatever they're leaving behind is very familiar, or it's uncomfortable for them to come to you and kind of basically admit defeat. They wanted to win and they didn't win. That's the Five of Wands in reverse. They didn't win. If they were being detached, or if they thought that they would have a better outcome, this is an indication that this person needs to come out of that ego, pride energy, and they need to surrender to the new beginning, surrender something that doesn't serve them anymore, and surrender into this connection. Let's see. Talk about it. Let's talk about it, please. Wow, not your typical love story. Bottom of the deck. Wow, yes, ready, willing, and able. They are afraid that they're not ready, but they are going to. But this is an indication that they're getting to the point of being ready. I love it. A reconciliation is coming. Exactly, because they're loosening their grip. They're coming out of their comfort zone. They're separating from somebody. And it could be someone very egotistical that they were connecting to. Tell me about this ego card. Jealous person, egotistical person, or this could just be their own behavior. Yeah. Ready to release this love block. I love it. I'm telling you guys, this is such a beautiful reading. Such a beautiful reading. Don't do that projection, Miss Fab. I'm teaching you guys not to project. Okay? Don't do that, because that's why you're not getting your connection. And it says this is a sacred soul bond. You are having a reconciliation. If you don't release resentment, you're going to prolong it. Guilt for past actions and behavior. So your person is now coming in and they're ready to surrender. They're ready to bow down to the queen, to the empress, and say, I'm sorry, empress. I'm sorry for thinking that I needed to be in control. I need you. I need to put my ego aside. I need to remove this block and tell you that I see you as a sacred counterpart to me. And I want to be ready and willing and able. So this person will come and apologize. Okay. So this person feels very guilty. They want to come in with a renewal. They've learned their lessons of Saturn, so they got karma. Karma. I love spirit. I love spirit. So your person is now ready to come back in the future potential. Future, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to happen in the month of May, obviously. But I'm saying that your person is going to be ready to take a risk once they overcome those challenges. This person is going to come out of their comfort zone. It says it right here. Comfort zone. And it says it right here. You can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. So they're about to go for it. I'll give you guys a time frame. Don't attach yourself to an expected outcome. Let things happen. Okay. You don't need an apology. What you need is for you to let go of an attachment. Okay, Ms. Fab? If he does come in with the apology, it's because you do deserve it, but you don't need it. Come out of that thought process. Okay. We have an ending of a cycle. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. Your person's, your Aquarius, okay, or this air sign is ending a cycle. Either they're ending it with an air sign or this is your person of interest. If you're an air sign, you're coming out of a toxic relationship, okay? That was just physical. Someone is missing or someone needs to let go of the past with a nostalgia card, period. Someone needs to let go of the past and someone needs to walk away. So your person of interest is walking away, and they're saying the time frame for you guys, for the people that are hopeful and optimistic for change, it's summertime. So this could happen between end of June into maybe the first week of September is the time frame when I say future potential. Remember, they can change their mind between now and then, but this is the potential summer. They are tired of repeating a cycle. So there's a completion of a cycle. Some of you guys, this is you. You need to leave this toxic relationship behind. You're going to have this clarity after watching this video. You'll know what side you're on. Because if you're dealing with someone very egotistical, very controlling, and you know this person's not going to change, then this is your message to walk away from it. And they're saying that there will be so much growth for you in the summer. You will have so much clarity. You will have an activation of your higher self, and you will heal your wounds. Okay, so the dark night of the soul is going to come to an end for you, because I know a lot of you guys are going through the dark night. And like I said, you're having a rebirth, being birthed. When we think about birth, giving birth, if you're a mother, I think about birthing pains. So when I think about symbolically what being birthed feels like when you're being birthed into a new version of yourself, I think about birthing pains, painful experience, being squeezed and stretched. And I have this on my soul therapy channel called Reprieval. If you haven't followed me there, please check out my channels tab and follow me on my second channel. And I talked about birthing pains, being birthed, and it feels very painful because, like, if you think of a fetus or a baby being pushed out of the mother's vaginal canal, the canal stretches, yes, but it's still small and snug. So the baby is being pushed and pushed. So the baby does experience trauma, especially if that umbilical cord gets caught around their neck, especially if they're breached. There's always a potential for trauma. So I use that analogy of how it feels when you're being birthed into a new person, a new version of yourself. And I talk about how that could be a little bit painful for you. Okay. So if you are on the side where you're dealing with a very toxic person, and then that person came through as a strong earth energy, and it doesn't have to be an earth sign, but they could have strong earth in their chart, someone rising Venus. You may be the one that needs to walk away. If you are an earth sign, and I don't feel that you would be the earth sign, I feel that you would be coming up more as the air sign person. Clarify air, Ace of Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Any of those signs might apply, but like I said, it could be clarity that something is toxic. Yeah, there's an air sign. Someone, yeah. The Knight of Swords is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Someone's leaving an air sign behind. They want to overcome those challenges. They want to let go. They're admitting defeat, a relationship. They're realizing that relationship isn't going anywhere. So some of you guys, this is a third party. Clarify this air sign person. Who's this? But this is an impulse. This is a catharsis. If we were to just look at this as energy, I'm clear that I need to cut the bullshit. That's what this energy is if you're not dealing with an air sign. This is a catharsis. I'm dealing with something toxic. It doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm clear that I need to chop it away. Sever the soul tie. Sever the attachment. Remember, again, we have a reference to a rope. And it says right on this card, ready to release this love block. Someone is taking off this bind. They're freeing themselves from something that's very unhealthy. Tell me about this air energy. For some of you guys, this is a third party person. That's an air sign. That will resonate strongly. After this person does remove this block, if you're connecting to somebody else that's with another person, they're coming in and they're offering you a reconciliation. And this is the mission. This is what they were meant to do. It's destined. But sometimes people miss the call and it takes them a little bit longer. Sometimes they get lost, right? And it creates a wait, but that's okay. Okay? It says it's not time yet. Everybody deserves a chance to go through their own healing process at their own pace. Who are we to rush somebody? Nobody can rush you and say, hey, I need you to heal. I need you to be the best version of yourself for me. That's selfish, right? We can't force anybody to heal, right? It's hard. I know when you love someone, you want to be with someone, but you have to learn that your purpose as a divine feminine is to adopt the energy of unconditional love, like a mother would a child, unconditionally love their child no matter what. I'm still going to love you if you didn't wake up this lifetime, because I know that there's another opportunity, right? Because we've done this before. Remember? Soul memories and gifts. A lot of you guys are becoming very impatient, and this is the Knight of Swords energy. I'm so impatient. It's taking too long. Spirit says, wait. They're jumping in that portal. They're going through a portal, birth portal. They're being birthed. And it takes time for the fetus to gestate, right? 9 months typically, but spiritually it takes time. And the way spirit looks at time versus humans, it's an illusion. So your idea of time is an illusion. So the last card that I'm going to address before I go into the I got to address this. 2 cards. Okay, 2 cards, and then I'm done. Oh, shit. Okay, this is so beautiful. Okay, anyways, I'm going to just do these 2, and then I'll talk about this one in the extended. A new earth. It's happening. Hold the vision. It's happening. That's all you need to know is it's happening. Can y'all see that? Keep holding the vision. It's happening. The new earth. Ascension. Hold the vision that you came on this planet to fulfill. We have a mission to fulfill. And under it, I just wanted to show you guys this card. I love this card. Spontaneous awakening. We have, and this is this eclipse portal. Do you see these doorways? Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So yes, you have your person, or you have an opportunity to go through a spontaneous awakening. And this is what's happening for a lot of us. And tomorrow is the turning point. This connection supports energy healing on Gaia and other higher realms. Okay, or it says Gaia and in other higher realms. Okay, so in the extended, we're going to look at your person, and we're going to ask them how they feel about you. We're going to ask them what they think about this connection. We're going to look at the actions that they may or may not take between now and the summer. Okay, the summer, end of the summer solstice. And then I'm going to look at blocks and obstacles, and then we're going to see what the best possible outcome is. Remember, it takes 2 of you guys to put in the work. So if you don't even believe that it can happen, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You have to believe and be hopeful that it can happen. That's part of manifestation. You have to play a role in your manifestation. Things don't just fall in your lap. You got to believe it. Okay, you got to put in some work. Okay, so let's ask your person how he feels about you. How do you feel about the person watching the video, please? And what do you think about this connection, please? All right. So how they feel about you. You came closer than anyone. So many things remind me of you. So they're being reminded. And when I ask, how do they feel about the connection? It says, finding out the truth fresh me. Bottom of the deck says you and I were too young. So they're realizing that they were immature, or it wasn't the time. It wasn't the right time. And they're realizing that they're afraid to contact you now because they're finding out that they were the one that was wrong. They were projecting. They made you out to be the blame. It's projecting because there's a part of them that couldn't accept. They couldn't accept that version of themselves. So they had to blame somebody. They had to blame their environment, their circumstance, the people around them. Everybody else was a problem but them. So they're afraid to contact you because now they're having a realization that they have really messed up. So they're waiting on a sign from you, okay, or the universe. And I feel like a lot of the feminines are going to be the one to initiate after you guys get, release the resentment and anger, whether you believe that or not. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, I'm not going to be the first one, but that's ego. Okay, so just think about that if you really want this connection. Final message, and then I'm going to go to the, I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm grateful for this spiritual lesson. Final message before the extended. If you would like to purchase the extended, please check my description box for the link to my website. You can rent the extended for $5.55. You can also purchase it. You can sign up for my Patreon for extended access, or you can sign up for my $10 a month plan for extended access on my website. Keep in mind, on my website, I do delete older videos. So if you want access to videos up to 18 months ago, please sign up for my extended access on my Patreon. This is amazing, you guys. I hope you guys watched the video all the way through. I know it's super long, but it's super relevant. And you guys need to hear this message because I think that there is a possibility for you to have exactly what you've been looking for, and or just to have that reconciliation that you've been hoping for. And this is your opportunity for a wish to be granted. Thank you.